Back. And again, it's totally one of those moments where I'm like, okay, just hit the go live button. Just hit the go live button. You got this. Just hit the button. And I'm like, okay, wait. One more thing. No, not ready. Anyway, finally hit the button. We're finally live. So hello, my name is Amanda Robinson. I am the Digital Gal. And today we are going to be geeking out on something that is near and dear to my heart, which is messenger marketing. So we're going to be talking about starting conversations, combining your video marketing to do other cool things that you can be doing with your video marketing, such as starting conversations using Messenger Marketing Chatbots. So if that's way too overwhelming and way too off the deep end, do not be alarmed. Do not be overwhelmed, because you know me, I like to break things down into a very simple, easy way of understanding. So first and foremost, we've got some folks popping on live right now. Do me the biggest of favors. Drop into the comments. Let me know where you are tuning in from, and let me know what the weather is like where you are. I want to know, is it sunny? Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is it apocalyptic? Let me know. I'm sitting in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. It is, again, sunny. We're in a bit of a drought, and it's been dry. Johnny, I'm getting to the point where I am almost expecting that you're going to be on these lives. Isn't that like you're conditioning me, that you're showing up all over the place and you're bringing all the fun comments? So I'm looking forward to you being here just as much as you're showing up. I'm so excited you're here. Victor, Chicago, no idea what the weather is because he hides in his house all day. I'm finally starting to emerge out of the isolation, and I'm finally getting out and hanging out with people and going out more and getting out of the isolation. But you know what's crazy? I've learned that from over a year of being, work from home in this little bubble, that I'm finally starting to realize I have some social anxiety that I didn't have before. I'm being social here with the craziest thing. I'm sitting here talking to you on live video. This is broadcasting to all sorts of different YouTube channels, all sorts of different Facebook pages, Facebook groups, LinkedIn. This is being spread everywhere. So I'm probably technically talking to thousands of people by the time it's all said and done with the replays. And I'm 10 times more comfortable sitting here talking to you than I am going off to a public space right now and sitting and having a conversation with a real person sitting across the table from me. How crazy is that? So, Victor, isolation is my normal life. Hi, Louise. It's good to see you. Where are we? Doug. Hi, Doug. Doug, this is 2 for 2, same as Johnny for live streams. Yesterday's live stream and today. Thousand Oaks, California, with a beautiful 85 degrees. Very nice. It's cooled off a little bit here, but there's like a little kiddie pool in the backyard, and I'm considering, like, it's small. It's not like kiddie pool small, like those tiny round ones. It's like a rectangular one, but I'm so tempted to go and get one of those floaties, like a big unicorn floaty, go and blow it up and just like sit my butt on the unicorn floaty in this tiny little rectangular pool with a martini, just to make it summer, So anyway, Johnny's there too. Louise, awesome. Drop it. Yeah, keep those comments rocking and rolling. So we're going to geek out today. I'm going to preface this, especially if you're catching this on the replay. We're going to get a little geeky on Messenger Marketing Chatbots and show you how you can be using those in your marketing. If you're not into bots, I totally get it. Stick around, just have some fun, have some laughs. And I'm not going to show you something that you can't do yourself. So even if you have no knowledge, no ads knowledge, no bot knowledge, the whole point of this broadcast isn't to show you how to build a bot from start to finish, isn't to show you how to hardwire that into your ads and all that. It's just to show you how easy all these little building blocks really are when you just break it down into the simple parts. So, hi, Michael. Hello, DJ Strick. It's good to see you here. Let's pull this down. Keep those comments rocking in. Let me know that you're here. I really appreciate that. And let's start off with just a little bit of fun. So I've pulled this up before, and I'm going to pull it up again. If you want to play the Facebook Ads Truth or Trap quiz, I have a QR code for you here. This is so you can snap this with your phone. If you're watching this on your mobile device, I apologize. It's kind of hard to scan a QR code when you're watching this on your phone. But if you're on desktop, like a lot of you are, you can just hold your cell phone up, open your camera, and it will automatically scan that QR code. What that's going to do is it's going to launch in Messenger. Facebook Messenger, to be specific. And then from there, you can play the Truth or Trap quiz. So if you want to get an idea of where we're pushing people into with this ad or this conversation, that's going to give you a preview of it. And I'm actually going to do this myself so I can give you a preview of this. So what I'm going to do is, let me pull up a screen share. This is, I'm going to layer on some technology here and see how well this goes over. So this could blow up in my face, or this could be interesting. So bear with me. All right. Share screen. I'm going to share Messenger. Allow, and I'm going to keep that QR code there for a second. All right. So you're seeing my Digital Gal Messenger. I'm scanning the QR code with my phone right now. And it's launching into Messenger. You can see a little note coming up at the bottom. Give it a second and boom, there it is. So it's asking if I want to play the truth or trap quiz. So I'm gonna hit start quiz. You're gonna see that pop up, and then it's launching into the quiz. Step 1: can I run Facebook ads to show up inside Facebook groups? Truth or trap? And I'm gonna tap on trap, and it's going to say, oh, snap, you nailed it. You got it right. Current score, 1 out of 10. The answer is trap. And it walks you through. And then it asks you question 2 and so on. So there's 10 questions in here. It's just a fun little quiz. You can play it yourself. So what am I doing with this whole truth or trap or Facebook quiz, or what's the whole point of getting people into your Messenger? So let me stop that screen share, pull me back up here. Voila. So you can hit that QR code if you want to as we're going through this. But what's the whole point? All right, so let's talk about advertising and where you can point people and what's the pros and cons and why. All right. So when you're doing a straight up ad, say we're doing a video ad and it's clicking through to somebody's website. Once people click on that ad, then they're leaving we'll use Facebook as the example. Then they're leaving Facebook's environment altogether. They're going off to a separate landing page, and the user experience on that landing page can be a mixed bag of pretty much anything of, yay, it's a great user experience, mobile optimized, loads super fast, great ad copy, super compelling, very easy for people to engage and interact and fill out their information and get the whatever it is that they're there for. That's the perfect scenario. For most of us, it doesn't work quite that flawlessly. So we're spending all this money to reach people with our ads. They're clicking on those ads. They're leaving the environment that they were already having fun in, going off to a third-party website that probably isn't the best user experience. And then they're being sold to as soon as they get there. That doesn't always represent. Evie is in the house. Evie! Evie, you know what I need to do? I need to go back to all of my recordings, and I need to compile a composition of every time you jump on one of these live streams, and every time you go, Amanda, and every time I'm like, Evie, we could probably fill up like an entire 10-minute montage of just that. I love it when you show up. Thank you, Evie. So those user experiences of when we're sending people off to landing pages and they're clicking and they're getting there and then they're being sold to, how fun is that? We're kind of bored of that now, aren't we? Right. So our current currency in the advertising world is attention span. It's capturing people's attention, and it's keeping their attention, and it's doing something with it. And in order to capture attention, you really have to stand out. You either have to educate, entertain, or you have to be scroll stopping in some way, shape, or form. So your ads can do that. Your images, your video ads, any type of content. We already know from previous episodes, video content is definitely going to be the winner for you as far as capturing those attention spans, getting people to follow along and participate in your journey. Video is key to launching yourself further forward. I've used this analogy. I think I used it yesterday. I think I used it the day before. But video content in your advertising is like cutting in line ahead of a whole bunch of traffic. So if you're just using links and static images, you're sitting at the back of the line while a bunch of people zip ahead and cut in front of you. If you're using video, you're that person that's zipping in line in front and cutting in front of people. If you're using live video, you're basically trading in your car for a helicopter, jumping in and boom, getting to your destination 100 times faster than everybody else. But live video takes a little bit of confidence and a little bit of experimenting to get yourself comfortable and get out there and just do it. So we have our ads. Great. Our ads can drive that attention span. But once we've got people to click, do we keep them or do we lose them? Are we sending them to a landing page where they're bored and we're selling to them? Or are we sending them into a conversation? Dun, dun, dun. This is where it gets fun. Evie is saying, an Evie compilation. I always can tell when you saw the comment. You just start grinning. It's true. Um, and then Evie saying, just talk to your Google Ads gal to get started on video ads. Good. Yes. Video ads are like the key to success. Don't overlook the fact that you still need static image ads. You still need carousel ads. You still need all these other ad formats. But if you don't have video interwoven into your ad strategy somewhere, you're definitely missing out. All right. So we're going to use advertising to start some conversations. And why are we doing that? Getting people to converse with your brand, to start a conversation with your brand or your business opens up the doors to so much more opportunity. And once you get people in, if you can surprise and delight them and gamify it, make it exciting, make it about them, give them a great experience and not just about you, not just about sales, not just about click my link, then it's going to be a game changer for you. That's a great question. Can I use this on WhatsApp group call? I actually haven't personally experimented a lot with bots on WhatsApp. You can use bots on WhatsApp. I'm not sure about group call, but you can also technically put a bot like this pretty much anywhere. So let's dive in. Let me show you first and foremost, let's start at the ad side and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to do the building blocks of, let me pull this back up again. Messenger, show this. How easy it is to do the building blocks, building this. So let's say, call that a truth. And then the answer is a trap. Oh no. So how to build this out and how to make it actually do this. Let's say that was a trap. And by the way, if you're trying to play this and get all the right answers, you're getting some of the answers right now. So there you go. So it's very easy to build these fun, engaging pieces. So let's go take a look. Stop sharing. I'm going to pull this QR code down. And I'm using Restream's Studio right now to do all of these fun pieces, the overlays with the graphics, to be able to pull in captions. All of this is happening right inside Restream Studio. And that's why you are seeing me in multiple different places right now, including Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. So you definitely want to go and check out Restream Studio. You can do that at thedigitalgal.com/7days-free to get yourself into the pro version for 7 days so you can do all this stuff too. It's so much. The whole theme of this broadcast is it's all a lot easier than you think. Doing everything I'm doing right here, it's so much easier than you think if you haven't actually gotten into the Restream Studio and tried it. If you haven't actually logged into a Messenger Marketing Chatbot and tried it. It's so much easier than you think. It just seems complicated. So let's dive in. So I'm going to jump back over here. We're going to gussy up the screen share. Let's pick this one. Okay. Screen share. And let's go with this window here. Okay. Welcome to a Facebook ad. Welcome to a Facebook ad with a Messenger destination. So if I were to, let's close that temporarily. And if I hit on create, when I go to create an ad, lots of choices here. And one of them here is messages. So I can use video ads. I don't have to choose video views. Video views, if I run a video ad to try and get more video views, that's all it's going to get me is more video views. If I want to use a video ad to start Messenger conversations, I'm going to choose messages. And then I'm just going to edit the existing one that I have already teed up here. Then when you go to create the ad, you have some additional options. As we go down, you put in your, choose your video that you want to use, choose your primary text, give it a nice little headline. And then down here, we have this message template section. You can create a brand new one. I already have an existing one that I have created. And all I'm doing is if I go to edit that, let's see if it comes up. So all I'm doing is a little skewed there. But when somebody clicks on the send message from my ad, it's going to launch in Facebook Messenger and it's going to say, hi, and first name, whatever your first name is. Ready to test your Facebook ads knowledge? Tap or click on bring on the quiz below. So when they click on that button, it's going to launch my Messenger Marketing Chatbot that I've already built using a third-party service. So I'm going to show you two today. I'm going to show you ManyChat and I'm going to show you Chatfuel. I'm going to show you how easy these building blocks are to build. So that's the basics. I'm not going to go through the in-depth of how to actually go and create all of this, but it really is simple of setting this up, going, okay, this is the initial message, bring on the quiz, and I'm going to have that launch my bot. So I'll close that and leave. So I have that connected. So the ad, what the end will look like, if I go to expand this into a little bit of a preview for you, you can even have the see more. So the ad is a video ad. So I have video, I'm using video content, which is crucial. And then from there, they have the ability to click on send message, try this Facebook ads quiz, send message, and that's going to launch them into the bot that we've been taking a look at. So now, let me stop share here. Boom. All right. So that's the ad side. We're using video content because video content is like skipping the queue and getting us 10 times further ahead than if we were using static images. Just also as a preface, static images actually do a much better job at executing on sales. So if you have people who are already in your funnel, who have already been to your website, who have already been engaging with you and messaging your page and doing all these wonderful, wonderful things, static image ads can actually convert much higher for you. But if you're using static image ads and just going out to a cold audience of people, it may not perform as well as it could to begin with. So that's why using video content to warm up your audiences, attract attention, make that first impression, make connections with people, it can be a lot easier on your wallet, on your budget, on the success of those ads, and at capturing attention span and getting people to engage with you. So rather than getting people just to engage and click off to a website, let's get them into a conversation, a messenger conversation. That messenger conversation, we can now create an audience of people who have messaged your page. And that's with Facebook and Instagram. So anyone who sent you an Instagram DM or a Facebook DM to your business pages, we can take that and we can create an audience of people who have messaged your page. And we can put them in a whole different category and serve a whole different level of marketing to those people. They're so much more highly engaged. So that's where, thank you, this is great. That's where we can use this to get a little more creative with our advertising and with our advertising strategy. And just, I don't even like calling it advertising at this point. It is a better strategy to start engaging with your audiences versus the typical standard ad, click, website, fill out a form, go. And hello, Deval. I'm so glad that you're here tuning in. Thank you. So now let's go and take a look at creating a chatbot. And I'm not going to create an in-depth anything for you, but I'm just going to show you the basic building blocks and show you that this is easy. You can do this. I promise you can do this. All right. So I'm going to jump into, I'm going to pull up this here and share. So the first one I'm going to show you is share screen. This one. There we go. And then, so the first thing I'm going to show you is this is the inside of a Messenger Marketing Chatbot. This is with ManyChat. This is one company that you can use for building Messenger Marketing Chatbots. Another company you can use is ChatFuel. There are lots of service providers out there, but I want to show you the basics of how easy this can be. So let's look at, if you go to click on send a message, we can add different little building blocks. And I like to use an analogy of, this is like playing with Lego. It's like playing with a whole bunch of Lego bricks. Lego bricks come in different shapes and different sizes, but at the end of the day, when you bust them all down into little pieces, they're just an individual little Lego piece. And that's all Messenger Marketing Chatbots are too. They're just a bunch of these little building blocks, a bunch of little Lego pieces. So what are the different types of pieces we can use? Well, text block. We can send an image. That's an image block. We can send a card that involves an image and a little headline that's clickable. We can have a gallery of cards that people can swipe through. You can have an audio message. You can have a video message. You can have a file attachment like a PDF. So I have a lead magnet that I have, which is the Facebook ads glossary. It's a Facebook ads jargon glossary of ads terms to help beginners understand the difference between things like reach versus impressions. If that's overwhelming and you're not quite sure of understanding all the ads jargon, and I have a handy little resource where you can download a Facebook ads glossary, and I deliver it here in Messenger. And how I'm doing it is I'm attaching a PDF using this file. I'm just using this little Lego block of file that I'm using in the overall. And there's some other user input. There's other pieces that you can use as well. Now, keep in mind though, depending on what country you're in, there may be some additional restrictions. You might not be able to use all the Lego blocks. You might have a smaller pool of Lego blocks to play with, but you still have you still have a wealth of creativity that you could be doing with this. So how do we use this? Well, let's add in an image. So I can click on here and I can upload an image. Let's use this little guy here. So he's my BF, my bot friend, and I can drag and drop him further up, and then I can add text here. Hey, welcome to my bot. Choose an option below. And then from in here, I can add buttons. And you can see the preview is building on the right-hand side. So when somebody engages with the bot, that's what they're going to see. I can click add a button and I can say, visit website. And then I can send that person over to a website. And I can enter the web address. And I have that pre-saved. I'm using Text Expander to have some of my links already ready to rock and roll. So I can move this preview around. I can zoom out way small. I can zoom all the way back in. So it's like a big open territory that you get to build and play with. It's like a big chart that you can build out in any way, shape, or form. So from here, I can also go, okay, well, maybe I want another button. Let's play a game. And where am I going to send that? Well, maybe I want to send that to another message. If somebody clicks on that, click, and here are lots of options that I have. These are other versions of Lego building blocks that I can send them to. Where do I want to send them? Do I want to send them to another Facebook message? So if they click on that button, I want to send another Facebook message to them. Or if they click on that button, do I want to send them an SMS text message? Or do I want to send them an email? These are all options. So just take a moment here and imagine this. From somebody seeing your ad, whether it's a Facebook ad or any other ad, any other placement where you have the ability to point it toward your bot, your Facebook ad starting with a video that's capturing their attention, you're getting them to click on send message. Now they're into your bot and they're engaging with you. And look at all the other branches of places that we can be sending them. I can now convert that person from a Facebook user who may not know my brand at all. I can draw them into the bot. I can give them exciting reasons to engage with me in Messenger. And then from there, I can ask them for a phone number and I can send them an SMS text message, or I can ask them for their email address and I can deliver an email with additional perks and information. I do this quite a lot when it comes to presentations that I do. So if I do a presentation, I give the presentation deck, all the resources that I mentioned in the presentation, like videos, like how to set up your Facebook pixel, all those resources that I reference in my presentation. I package it all up into a neat little bot. And then I get people from the presentation, you want to get a copy of this presentation, scan this little QR code or go to this little web URL. It'll launch the bot where you can access all these resources. And once they're in the bot, oh, hey, just to make it easier for you, do you want me to email that to you? And they can enter their email address and then I can send them an email with all of that information. So now I've taken that customer or that person from somebody who doesn't know me, has never met me before. I'm getting them now to engage with my Facebook Messenger. So now they're now qualified for that audience of people who have messaged my page, which is a much more highly engaged audience who I can serve ads to separately at a later date. And now I've brought them in, I've given them a reason to engage and have fun. Then I've collected their email address. So now I've converted them even further to an email subscriber. And now I'm delivering value to them. And I'm doing it in a very seamless experience. So I know that sounds a little complicated, a little bit thick, but just check this out, how easy this is. Let's play a game. Let's send them to another Facebook message. So it just adds another little block. And then from there, I get to choose, well, what am I going to put in that message? Maybe in this case, I'm just going to have text, make a choice. And then we can have this be a quick reply, choice A. And then this can be choice B. All right, so we've created those little buttons. You can see them on the sideline here. So now we need to choose a destination on where we're going to send those people. So I can go here and I can say, all right, if you chose choice A, you got that right. And you can add in a first name, for example. So let's use this little piece here and let's go first name, comma, you got that right. And then I can say choice B, maybe that was the wrong answer. and I can send a message and say, I'm so sorry. Let's put their first name in there. I'm so sorry, first name. That was not the correct answer. Try again. And then I can take this and add a button and say, try again. And then I can connect that button. I can just go back to the beginning. There you go. Right back to the beginning. I can move these around. I can do there's all sorts of things that you can do. And again, I'm trying to show you this not to make it complicated. Now, notice how if you're just tuning in right now and you're like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is she showing us right now? I'm showing you how you can use video marketing with your ads, video marketing to capture attention and not just send people to a standard landing page on your website, but sending them into a message conversation, getting them to start conversations with you and your brand. And if you're just looking in at it at this point going, whoa, this is looking complicated, I'm trying to show you that it's actually very drag and drop click. It's very click easy. The only thing that you have to do is use your own imagination and be open to experimenting. So what I'm building right here, let's put it this way. You can get into any type of messenger tool. You can start playing around with this. This isn't live. Nobody can navigate to it. I have no starting step. There's no way anybody can get into this. I can hit publish and then I can preview it. So let's hit publish. Okay, content has been published. And then I'm going to share my other screen with my Messenger. And then I'm going to hit preview. So share, let's go into Messenger. So you're seeing the Digital Gal Messenger there. And just on my own sideline here, I'm going to hit preview on that flow. And wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. There's the preview of the message that we just built together. So now I have my cell phone right here where I can see that message. And I'm going to say, let's play a game. And then it's going to say, okay, make a choice A or choice B. And I'm going to say choice B. And we know it's the wrong answer because we set it up that way. Amanda, that was not the correct answer. Try again. And if I hit try again, it just back to the beginning. Wait for it. There it is, our first message. So let me stop share on that and let me push us back into the bot. I want to give a giant shout out, by the way, to Tina. Tina, you always hop on these lives and I always get really happy when you're here because you're you're just uplifting. I love having people, friends, acquaintances who are always bringing positivity, and Tina, you're definitely one of them. So let me go back into that screen share over here. So you can see how easy that was. This bot isn't actually live anywhere else. I can preview it because I'm building it. I'm the administrator. I'm building it, and I hit that little preview button up at the top right. And that's what sent it to my Messenger so I could test and play with it. So you can literally get in here. You can start a Messenger Marketing Chatbot. You can get your hands on inside here and start playing around with all these different little blocks. And I can have an option, say if they get this right, I can continue to a next step. You can have fun with this. So I can go next step, and let's say I want to have a randomizer. So 50% of the time, I'm going to send them to this message. Happy message 1. I'm just calling it hypothetical. And 50% of the time, I can then send them on to separate message. Exciting message 1. You can get... I'm not super creative with ad copy, by the way, while I'm showing technical stuff. That's why you're getting a lot of message 1. So then anybody who hits this message when they chose choice A and they get, hey, you got that right, then automatically they're going to be directed into this randomizer that's going to say, okay, so 50% of the people who you got that right, 50% are going to get delivered this message, and the other 50% are going to get delivered this other message. I use that for a lot of fun when I'm doing quizzes and games. Here, I'll stop share for a second. And Tina, oh, thank you. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you. So I use that. I use randomizers for games. So to keep people interested, keep them engaged so that they're not always getting the exact same answer that's coming back. I have a quiz, for example, and if they're navigating through and they choose the wrong answer, I have 5 different randomized GIFs that will send out to them. So it'll be an animated GIF, basically, whoa, you got that wrong. Like, do not pass go, do not collect your $200, back to the back of the line. So you can have a lot of fun with it. So what I'm trying to point out is that the art of going in and building these things is not that complicated. It's not that complex. You don't need to know any coding. You don't need to be crazy familiar with computer programming or anything like that. You just have to have the ability to be curious enough to go in and start playing around with all these little blocks and all these little features. And just as a reminder, again, back into screen share. Nope, I want to share this screen right here. There's really not that much that you have to work with. I can hit a little plus here and just add a random message in the middle here and just click on this, just again to show you. There's really not that many pieces. It's just how you mix and match these pieces and what order you organize them in. So I can put an image, I can move that up top, then I can have, oops, there we go. And then I can have a bit of text. So let's go image. Let's throw in a different bot image. Let's go. Let's just put in the blank, a little blank BF bot friend. This is my text. And then down below, I can add in, say, a gallery if I wanted to. Gallery of cards, and I can add a bunch of images, title, subtitle, buttons, etc. So you can mix and match and build this out in any way, shape, or form that you want. Now I'm going to show you that quiz, that truth or trap quiz. I'm going to pull up that overlay again. So again, if you're just tuning in right now and you just want to play around with this, if you're not tuning in on mobile, you can scan that QR code right now using your mobile phone. Just open your camera, hover it over that QR code, and then you'll have a prompt saying open in Messenger. Go ahead and open that. That's going to launch you right into the bot that I'm about to show you. So let me leave that sitting up here for a second while I navigate over here. So don't mind me. So I'm just going to go into flows, and I'm going to go into quizzes, and I'm going to go into truth or trap. Facebook ads, truth or trap. So I'm going to pull that QR code down as soon as this loads up. And wait for it. There we go. So pull that QR code down. And I will minimize this. So do not be overwhelmed. It looks like a lot, but literally all it is just individual little Lego blocks. So we have, depending on where they're going, we have question 1, truth or trap. Can I run Facebook ads to show up inside Facebook groups? If they answer truth, yay, you nailed it, you got it right. And then they go on to the next step. Here's the answer. And if they got it wrong, then if they got the trap and that was the wrong answer, or if whatever balance I had on there, then they skip the I got the correct answer and they go straight to, hey, the answer was this, and they don't get a point. So that's all it is. And then I just repeat that over and over and over 10 times. It's the same thing, repeated over and over 10 times, just editing the questions. So it looks a little beefy, it looks a little intimidating. Do not be intimidated. It's just a matter of once you start practicing, once you get in here, you can build anything. So if I click on create a new flow, just an empty flow, test, I'll call this test 10, because I need to remember to go in and delete all my tests that I do. Then from in here, this is it. This is your blank starting point. You just click on here, and again, we just start from scratch, and there's lots of templates you can use as well to make life easier. But if you can start simply so you're not overwhelmed, get in here and just start playing around with it. Alternately, if you use a program like ChatFuel, notice how similar it looks. We're taking all these little building blocks and we can create these little flows and just add them in together. And when I say add content, same kind of concept, same idea, where we can add text and buttons. We can add images. We can add a typing delay where it looks like the bot is typing, looks like there's still more conversation to come. A gallery of images, video, audio. We can have a date picker, a product gallery. Like these are all just individual little Lego blocks of content, and you can mix and match them in any way that you want. I can go text and buttons. This is my text. And I can add a button. Visit website. So you can basically create anything that you can possibly imagine. It's just a matter of using your imagination. So Tina Marie is asking, what platforms are you using to create these? I missed that. So this one right here is Chatfuel. And this one over here is ManyChat. And they're both very, very low cost, very low barrier to entry. I think ManyChat, for example, I think is $10 a month just to get started. And until you have, then I think the price raises based on the volume of subscribers that you have. So I think I'm paying, well, let me go look at my dashboard and see. Nope, I want insights. Active contacts. If I go contacts, so I have 3,261 contacts in this bot who have messaged my page at one time or another. So think about that. That's 3,261 people. From me playing these games or using these ads or engaging people in these fun ways, that's 3,000 people that now qualify for my audience of people who have messaged my page that I can then retarget with ads. So if I'm getting ready to go into a sales cycle, if I'm trying to sell a program or sell something, it's easier to sell to people who are already familiar with you, especially if they've already played with one of your Messenger conversation bots and had fun or gotten value out of it. Then selling and upgrading somebody into sales from that is going to be 10 times easier than trying to push something on a cold audience of people who don't know you. So the whole idea behind this is leveraging your video marketing, because your video advertising is going to VIP you to the front of the line as far as the algorithm is concerned, capture that attention span, and then rather than just traditionally sending them off to a separate landing page to try and make sales, you have options like starting conversations with people to get them engaging with your brand. Now, over time, and Johnny's saying he took the quiz. Yeah. Now I'm curious at how you did. How did you do? What was your score on the quiz? Let me know. You can retake the quiz as many times as you want. What platforms? Yeah, Messenger marketing through ManyChat or Chatfuel. There's also Mobile Monkey is another one. There's lots of reputable ones out there that you can get your hands on. And Johnny got 7 out of 10. If I'm going to throw that quiz button back up here, that quiz QR code. Where is it? There it is. So if you're taking the quiz like Johnny, let me know what your score is because I'm curious. And there were some curveballs in there. You probably got tripped up on the question related to can you advertise in groups? Those are usually ones that trip people up. So the whole point, the whole concept behind this is that you can get very creative with your advertising, but instead of looking at it from the looking into the same box of the same way of advertising that you've always done, you can get very creative and you can branch out and you can start engaging people because that is our currency. That's the attention span is the currency that we are working within. To capture that attention span, to keep it, and to get people engaging with your brand is so much more valuable than just having a drive ad zooming through their newsfeed that they're not touching. Or if you do capture their attention span with your high quality video marketing and you actually caught their attention span, but then they click on that ad, and they go to a less than desirable landing page experience, that can be frustrating too. So I do use a lot of Messenger Marketing Chatbots as a workaround when somebody has a landing page that isn't high converting, it's not high quality, it's not working for them at the moment, or it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Then it's like, hey, why don't we use some messenger marketing and let's create these chatbots and use them in other creative ways. We can sprinkle them throughout all of our marketing. So we can have those bots connected just via email. Send out an email with a link and then that triggers your bot. You can have the QR code that we're using, and I use that on my presentations. You can have that hard copy in print. So you can do print marketing that's sending people back into a messenger chat conversational space. But pairing up the combination of video ads and then having those start conversations is very, very powerful. And that's how I can build up an audience of people that's, my audience sizes aren't massive, by the way, but I'm in a niche. I mean, not everybody wants to build Facebook ads. Let's be honest. It's a small niche. And of the people who do, I'm attracting a high quality, concentrated audience of people who are relevant to my business, who I can then help, and I'm the right fit for, and I'm not wasting all of my marketing dollars attracting all this attention span of people that aren't as relevant. And then I'm narrowing in my targeting by using my audience of people who have messaged my page from playing these quizzes, playing these games, and then I'm serving additional marketing out to them. And it's higher quality. It's a way that you can elevate your brand, higher quality, and start conversations. And even though people are conversing with the bot, and Johnny is saying, "Yep, that one got me," the question on can you advertise into groups? And the answer, by the way, if you're curious, no, there's a groups feed, and then there's groups, the feed in a group. There's the groups feed, and then there's a feed in a group. You can advertise in the groups feed, as in if there's a tab. Let me see if I can even pull it up. Facebook.com. Let me see if I can go to my groups feed. Your groups feed is all the posts from all the different groups that you subscribe to, all just kind of consolidated into one news feed instead of your home news feed where it's all family and friends. Yes. So let me share my screen here. And let me pull the QR code down. QR code down. I love Restream for all of this. This is like the best. Let me pull this down, and I'm going to move over to Facebook is what I want to share. Allow. Right at the so this is my home feed. So this is the feed of my family, my friends, the pages I'm following, the ads that are being served to me. But up at the very, very, very top right in the center, it's groups. So I'm on my home feed, but there's also a groups feed. And if I click on the groups feed, it's going to show me information from group. Hey, there I am. And there I am from other groups. So I can see all sorts of groups feed stuff. So let me stop share there. But inside that groups feed, there are ad placements. But if I actually go into a group and I'm inside of a group and I'm looking through all the posts in a group, there are no ads inside of a group. So there's still no way of targeting people in a particular group. I am so sorry to have to break that to everybody, at least not yet. All right. So with that said, my encouragement to you is I want to see you get a little creative with your marketing. I want to see you branch out a little bit more. Ultimately, I do want you to dip your toes into the water when it comes to Messenger Marketing Chatbots and starting to get creative on how you could be using that and integrating that with your other marketing. And then once you pair Messenger Marketing with Facebook video ads, it's like a superpower. So if you haven't tried that yet, it's time. Why is it time? Because Messenger marketing is still in the infancy stages. It's not advanced. It's not untouchable by all of us normal people who are not computer programmers. It's still at the entry, like the ground floor, the entry level. So if you get in on the entry level now, while it's still easy, while you can still implement it easily without having to hire a consultant to do all that for you, then you will grow with the platforms as they grow and evolve. That's how I got into Facebook advertising. I got in the ground floor. The first day they're like, hey, we now have an advertising product. You can basically do a promoted post. I'm like, $25 on a boom, results. I was like, oh my God, I'm hooked. Okay, this is happening. What? That's how I got hooked on Facebook advertising. And then I kept getting success and kept growing with the platform from day one. And so from day one, it was so easy. It was just like a button and a little bit of dollars and away you go. You fast forward however many years it's been, 7 years, 8 years, more. I don't even know how long Facebook advertising has been a thing. Fast forward all these years, and Facebook has become a beast of a platform. And for a new person getting started, it can just be a little overwhelming, which is why I run the 4-week Facebook Ads Bootcamp, which kicks off August 10th, by the way. And you can sign up at swiftkickintheads.com. So I make it easy because it's not easy anymore. Well, tell you what, Messenger Marketing Chatbots are on the ground floor and they're still easy. And I'm trying to show you how easy they are. They just sound intimidating and they seem complicated. And then Marcel is saying, so how do you advertise it? So let me circle back to that again. So let me go back into screen share. We're going to look at Ads Manager. So I have this example ad pulled up here, and this is an example of a video ad. Now, mind you, this is an example I put together. It's not exactly the best representation of an engaging video ad that I would use for people engaging with Messenger, but for the purpose of making sure I'm showing you an ad, there you go. So I've got my primary text, and then I have my call to action. Try this quiz, Facebook ad quiz for beginners. And then you hit send message, and it's going to connect to the bot. How? Well, because I chose a messenger objective when I created my Facebook ad, you have lots of objectives you can choose from, things like video views, engagement, traffic, conversions. I chose messages because I want to get people to send messages to the page and engage with Messenger. So then that brings up an additional option down here, and I can use existing, or I can create a new message template. Create new. I can go create and start with a blank one. This is a blank one. I can add in any options I want. I don't have to have frequently asked questions. I can just say quick replies. I just want quick replies. And what do I want to say? If it's I'd like to learn more, you can name this whatever you want. You can put in anything you want. But whatever you put in here, here's the little key. Whatever you put in here, that quick reply, you go back into your side of the bargain over here, and it's going to be in keywords. You have to make sure you have a corresponding keyword for it. So I have, for example, bring on the quiz is the one that I'm using. So I have a keyword set up right here in my ManyChat, or in my bot. I have a keyword set up so that if somebody types bring on the quiz, it's going to send them into the Facebook ads quiz bot that I've already built and I've already created. So if I go back into my ads, so let me cancel this and let me choose an existing one, leave, because I already have an existing one that I built. So instead of create new, I'm going to use existing message conversation, and I want to send them into right here, bring on the quiz. And if I edit that, you'll see that tap on bring on the quiz below. And then I have I have an image up top, and then down here I have a quick reply that says bring on the quiz. That has to be identical to the keyword in your bot. There are lots of different ways that you can set up Messenger ads. There's many different ways to do it. This is by far the easiest way and the most consistent, that makes the bot talk back most of the time, with the least amount of errors. So that's how those two things are connected. Let me stop share here. So that's how those two things are connected. You go and create a Messenger Marketing Chatbot with whatever service that you're using, and you go and create a keyword that when somebody clicks on your ad and clicks on that keyword, it's going to trigger your bot and start that conversation. There's a whole, we can go down a long road of exactly how to do that. But I teach all of that in my Swift Kick in the Ads membership. So if you want to do all of this, I've got video trainings, video training replays. I create new fresh trainings all of the time on how to do all of these actual technical things with creating your own Facebook ads. And that's available over in swiftkickintheads.com. So you can sign up for the Swift Kick in the Ads membership. It is inexpensive. And I have over 100 video trainings in the library at this point. So you can access all of that at swiftkickintheads.com. And that's also the same way that you sign up for the Facebook Ads 4-week bootcamp. So that kicks off August 10th, and I teach you how to create your own ads using Ads Manager in week 1. Week 2, I teach you audiences and targeting. Week 3, I teach you budget and strategy. And week 4, I teach you reporting and optimizing. So I teach you from the ground up, and it's geared for beginners to get you started. And yeah, so if you want to get your hands on how to do all of this, great. But if you're not looking to do all of that, that's okay too. The main takeaway that I want you to walk away from today's broadcast is I just want you to know that you can get extremely creative with your advertising, extremely creative with engaging your audiences, and you don't have to do it in the traditional way of using a Facebook ad to a landing page to get people to give you their email address or to buy a product. There are a lot more ways that you can be doing it. And the sky is the limit on creativity. And building a messenger marketing chatbot is at the ground floor right now. Anybody could do it. It is very, very easy. People always say, oh, wow, like you do all these crazy, amazing, wonderful digital things. I'm like, if only they knew how easy it actually is. Like, I feel like they would think I'm a fraud. But no, there's a little more to it. There are some rules that you need to learn and understand and follow. But the first step is just getting your hands on the tools, opening up the program, getting your hands on the tools, playing with it, seeing what it can do, and then you will be more inspired to actually use it. So keep that in mind. And I just want to give a giant shout out to Justin, who is just in time from the UK to catch this. I am so glad you made it. Thank you. Thank you. I love it when you pop onto these shows and you make comments. I really appreciate that. And Bob the Bot. Yep, today's all about how to build Bob the Bot. All right, everyone. With that said, I also want to remind you to pick up your free 7-day trial or 7-day account of Restream Pro. So you can do all these things that I'm doing here with all the overlays, with all the features, with the chat features, everything. It's as much as I'm really promoting how easy it is to get started with messenger marketing chatbots and combine that with your video advertising to really skyrocket your results. I'm also showing you how easy it is to live stream with tools like Restream. So dive in, get your hands on. If you haven't actually signed up for an account, now's the time. I dare you to. I dare you to go in, look at the features, play around with them, see what it can do, because I guarantee that you will be delightfully surprised if you haven't already done so. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to drop that into the comments here, the Digital Gal /Restream, so that you can click on that and access that. And with that, I am Amanda Robinson. I am the Digital Gal, and I will see you here next week. If you haven't already signed up for the 4-week bootcamp that's launching August 10th, I highly encourage you to do so. You can catch that right on over at swiftkickingtheads.com, which I'm actually also going to drop into the comments. swiftkickingtheads.com. And there we go. Awesome. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see. Oh, and sorry, last but not least, if you didn't catch yesterday's broadcast on how to create engaging or believable Zoom backdrops, definitely go back and check out that episode. You can find that on facebook.com/thedigitalgal. You can find that on my Facebook page. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed that one. Lots of really cool engagement and suggestions on stock photo sites that you can be using, and basically how you can make some really fun Zoom backgrounds. So go and check that one out. All right, everybody, go forth. Have yourself a great week. Have yourself a great weekend. I am Amanda Robinson. I am the Digital Gal, and I will see you here same time, same place next week. This is the Video Marketing Show. Bye, everyone.